Good evening, fellow reloaders and YouTubers. It's a cold night, middle of the week. Get some warming up. Yummy. Little dark chocolate. So this is part of my video. I'm going to talk a little bit about some bench scales. Let's take this apart. So this has been my scale, my bench scale, for a long time. Many years. And it still works great. In fact, let me turn the light off so you can see the green. Works great. This is a gram. Probably shouldn't put it on the box, but whatever. Not a big deal. 49.98. 10.02. One a little shy, one a little heavy. Sounds like some friends of mine. This scale, and maybe we'll weigh it just for the giggles. This scale is scale number 16,433 with my Chinesium sticker. Just because somebody will complain. Look at that. 50. .03. Wonder if there's anything stuck on here. Some people don't even like touching their weights with their hands, because they say the grease and the oils from your hands get on the weight and it makes a difference. Maybe. Then again, maybe not. All right, so we saw that this scale is like 16,000 and some change. And this was actually my third scale. My third Hornady bench scale. And the reason it was my third one was because my first one that I got when these were available way back in the day, 2011-ish maybe, I got one and it would not calibrate. So back to Hornady it went. And then they sent me a replacement. And that replacement was this scale that's in here right now. And I used this scale for a number of years. And this scale still works today. Let me rephrase that. Kind of works today. And what it doesn't do is light up. So you'll see that there's my LCD. It's at 0, and that's how much it lights up. It's really dim. Dim enough that if the lights were off, you could see it. But with the lights on, you can't really see it. Again, comparing the two, that's clearly visible. Lights off, much brighter. So this started to go, I don't remember how many years. It started to go south. And we'll see if it still has, I can't remember the last time I calibrated it. Obviously at 48.61 it needs recalibration. But if memory serves, yeah, maybe it was broken. Maybe that's why it was replaced, because it was. Oh, let me go to grams. Yeah, maybe it was kind of effed up, and that's why it got replaced. Yeah, I'm gonna say broken. So once this was broken, and this was my repaired scale, so the first one wouldn't calibrate. This one calibrated and was fine for the longest time, and then obviously you just saw a couple of the issues. No backlighting, no green backlighting, and the kind of weights were just a little off. Again, I got my Chinesium sticker, which looks like somebody tinkered with it a little bit. It wasn't me. But this scale was 1,106. And mind you, this was the replacement scale for the first one that wouldn't calibrate. So that means my non-calibrator was less than 1,106. Again, what's this number? This one is 16,433. So big difference in production runs. They look identical. Plastic looks the same. I think I've added some more extra feetage to this one for stability purposes. But at the end of the day, this, and continues to be so today, this is my go-to scale for when I'm not looking for major distribution on big runs like the auto charge would do. So I have this problem that my family says I'm afflicted with, and they call it hoarding. I tend to call it collecting. So call it whatever you will, but I tend to keep my stuff, and I tend to keep my stuff nice. So, you know, again, this is all like old and in new condition. This is the kind of stuff when I go antique shopping I like to find, just like this. That tells me somebody took care of their shit. So I like to take care of my shit. But that's not the purpose of this video. Again, the purpose of this video is to talk about, once I've had a little more tea and some sugar. Oh, sugar. The purpose of tonight's video is to talk about this, my birthday gift. This is something I had said in a previous video I would never buy. And I didn't. I actually got it for my birthday. It was a birthday gift. So this is the new this. So we're going to open this to see how much like this it looks. So let's get the old out of the way. And let's do not so much an unboxing as an unwrapping. So from a box perspective, and according to my son, Midway shipped this in a fucking bag. Not a box, a fucking bag. An electronic measurement device shipped in a bag. No packing, no nothing. Thanks a lot, Midway. So we have box damage. Hopefully the device works. We'll find out. Thank you. So from a box comparison perspective, the old box is about the same width and length, but the new box is about quarter inch taller, a little bit taller. All right, so here we go. Again, I wouldn't have bought this myself, but I'm very grateful that my son gifted it to me. Grateful and appreciative, because he knows I like tinkering with new shit. Okay, warranty card, troubleshooting, instructions, black and white. Looks pretty straightforward. I will keep this out because we will follow the calibration instructions. Product guide to reloading and case cleaning. I got one of those. I got one of those. I got one of those. So every other item. I'm not going to get a dryer, and I'm no fan of the Hornady tumbler. Not in a bad way, just, oh, this is nice. Hornady branded box for the power. Completely unnecessary, but kind of cool. I'm assuming, it's not only the power, so I'm assuming that this is the exact same power supply, and I'll check the other one. It is a 1/2 amp input and 1 amp 9 volt output, 9 watt rather output. And what's in this box is the European. Oh, that's interesting. That's a nice pan. That's metal. And if you can see, it's already got a ding. That's a bummer. Comes pre-dinged. My metal shelf and my 10 and 50 gram weight and my new pan. So I get a pan that's already damaged. Strike one, Hornady. Desiccant that I keep and will repurpose. A box that I will keep for years and years and years. A new windshield that has a little more elegance to it, little different shape. Rectangle versus circle. Cute little blasted H versus nothing. And the unit. The unit. Oh, I like the feet. The adjustable feet. Does it have, oh, and it has a bubble. It has a bubble. All right, so we have all right, we're good. All right, so from a size perspective, it's about the same size. Same size. Same size. Same footprint. But you can tell the difference in the plastic molding. The deep, rich red versus the kind of cartoony red that is the new look of all Hornady devices. The new injection molding. Again, not a ding, just an observation. So I'm going to leave the paper, and just so you can see the ding. Maybe I'll peel it. See, there's the ding. Look at that, pre-dinged. Ding-a-ding, ding, ding-a-ding, ding. Thank you, Hornady, for your wonderful dignity. So where would I put that? I put that in the back so I don't have to see it, because those of you who know me know I'm... Oh, no, I was going to say it's magnetic, but it's not. Those of you who know me know that I have some OCD issues, so that will bother me. That will bother me. These are the same grain, gram weights. So we will just transfer. No reason to unpack. And it's the same pan. This is looking a little weathered, so maybe I'll upgrade. Then again, maybe I won't. We'll see, since I already touched it, so it's damaged. It's already weathered. Now, you know what I wonder? Yep, there's no interchangeability with those two parts. A dented pan. Yeah, that pisses me off. That does piss me off. Not a big deal, but it shouldn't come from the factory already dinged. That's like getting your car already dinged in the door. Kind of sucks. All right, what's this? This is rated at... This is rated at 1/2 amp, 1 amp. So this is the exact same thing. Only it's older. Which then means that what I have on my bench will be just fine to plug this in. Oh, it's in the back. It's in the back as opposed to on the side. That's a huge improvement. I like it on the back when it's a power device. All right, before we turn it on, let's make sure there's no special keyboard functions. On, off, tap to turn on, hold for 3 seconds to turn off. 0, tap 0 to scale. Units, tap 0 for grains, grams, ounce, or carat. Cal, press and hold to enter calibration. Cal plus on, off, press and hold to enter the backlighting setting mode. Tap the 0 button to toggle between backlight on and backlight off. You know what? I should check to see if my old scale actually follows that. Maybe I somehow disabled backlighting. Actually, I don't think so, because if you remember when I turned the lights off, you could still see the backlighting. Calibration for optimal performance. Turn the unit on and allow 5 to 15 minutes to warm up. Nah. Verify powder has been removed. And the steel plate is empty. Press calibrate when blah blah blah, when blah blah blah, and blah blah blah, blah 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 blah, and pass. Okay. Bench scale. It's a precision bench scale. That's why we send it in a bag and not a box for the serious reloader or the beginner. It's quick to set up, easy to use, extremely accurate to 1/10 of a grain. Highlights include the same high precision and load cell found in the Auto Charge Pro. Back here. Yeah. Setup is quick and easy, large scale array. Warning before operating this unit, please carefully read and understand the instructions. Contact Hornady customer support with questions regarding this use. Important safety before operating the unit, please carefully read and understand this document. Internal components are very sensitive, which is why we send it in a bag and not a box. Don't shake, drop, or overload the unit when it's in its bag for shipping. Handle with care. Tips to improve performance. Yeah. Okay. All right, I think we're there. And we're out of peanut butter cups, but not tea. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, look at that. It looks just like the... Okay, so the backlighting is just like the Auto Charge Pro. Very sensitive. My bubble says that it's level. Let's remove the windscreen. Oh, it actually counts the windscreen as weight. Oh, that's really interesting. That's different. Okay, so let's zero. Okay, we're at 0. This should be units. We're on, let's do grains. There we go. Grams now. 10.05. Wow, that's worse than the other one. 10.03 on the other one. Maybe you should unscrew the top like I was doing with this one. Maybe that would make it lighter. All right, so the old scale said 10.3. This one went from 10.5 to 10.4. Let's see what this one is. Let's see what the 50 comes in at. 50 comes in at 50. That's cool. The 10 comes in at 10.04. All right, so let's walk through the calibration process. Okay, for all alternatives, there's a verify powder button. Press calibrate button for 3 seconds, which we will do. I like the fact that instead of going to hard buttons, everything's on the screen. So we're going to press for 3 seconds until we see cal. We now see cal. When the 10G is flashing, enter the 10 gram weight. Okay, oh, now it's 10 grams evenly. When the 10 gram appears again, remove the weight. $50 flashes, we put 50 on. It brings up 50. When it brings up 50, remove the weight. Let's see the word pass. All right, we passed. Now, let's see if we get a different weight. So, this windscreen is 5-ish grain, 4.9 grains. All right, we're going to change units to grams. We're going to see if we come in at 10 again. We do. Very nice. Me guesses that we would have come in at these other ones had we calibrated. Ooh, oh, look at that. 50 right on the money and 10 right on the money. 10 right on the money. Nice. All right, so the only thing I'm bummed about, and you already know the answer to this, is that ding. I'm really bummed about that ding. Look at that. That's like getting a brand new car and the door, the driver's side door, has a ding. Let me take a freaking picture of that. Or I'm gonna have to cut that out. All right, that kind of sucks. I hate it when new shit comes damaged, but in the big picture, in the big scheme of life, it's not a big deal. So I thank my son for his thoughtfulness for my birthday gift, and I truly do appreciate it. Thank you and love you.